A very good day, students. Today we learn the more parts of identifier, okay, and literals. Let's see. So in our previous class, we have dealt with size of our string, okay. Now today we learn about numeric literals, okay, the next part of our literals. So there are various type of literal. First part we have seen string literals. Second we will learn about numeric literals. So what do you mean by numeric literals? The numeric literals in Python can belong to any of the following numerical types. First type is what? Your integer literals. It contains at least one digit and must not contain decimal point. It may contain plus, means positive or negative sign. Okay, so there are various types of integer literal. First is your decimal. Under decimal you can have like values, positive or negative values. In octal it starts from the symbol 0, okay, or 0 o, okay, 0 followed by the letter o, okay. For example, 0 then o then 1, 0 represent the decimal 8. Okay, 0 will be followed by what? O. This should be remembered. Next part is your like num is equals to 0, 0, 1, 0. Then print num. I am printing this value num. Num is what? My identifier. Okay, the octal value is being stored in what my identifier named as what? Num. It will print the value what? 8. Hexadecimal, it starts from 0 then x. 0 followed by the letter x. Okay, so now 0 O F, print num. Then what happens? It will print the value 15. Okay. Floating point literals, also called as what? Real literals. First was what? Integer literals, and second one is what? Floating point literals. Floating point literals, also known as what? Your real literals. Real literals are numbers having the fractional part. It is represented in two forms, that is fractional form or exponent form. Fractional form. In fractional form, it is either signed or unsigned with a decimal point. For example, 12.0 minus 15.86, 0.5, 10 point will represent 10.0. 10 point will represent what? 10.0. In exponent part, it consists of two parts, that is mantissa and exponent. So for example, 10.5 can be expressed as what? 0.105 into 10 raised to 2. Okay, which is equals to 0.105 E02. Okay, E02 means what? E means what? Exponent. Okay, 0, 2, 0, 2. Okay, so where 0.105 is what your mantissa, 0.105 is what mantissa, and 02 after letter E is what your exponent. Okay, next, points to remember. The numeric values with commas are not considered int or float value. Rather, Python treats them as what? Tuple. Tuple in a Python is a collection of values or sequence of value. You can check the type of literal using the type function. For example, a is equals to 100. So type A, class is what? Integer. Okay. Now B is equals to what? Your 10.5. Type B. So class will be what? Float. Means you can get the type, that which type we have entered. Okay, next, name is equals to hello. Type name. Name is what your identifier, where we are saving what? Hello. So class is what? Which type of class it will show? String type. A is equals to 100 comma 50 comma 600. Type is A. So which type of class it is? It is a tuple. Okay, means there are three entries are being done. More than one entries is done is known as what? Tuple. Tuple is Python collection of values or sequence of values. Next, Boolean literals. Boolean literals in Python is used to represent one of the two Boolean values. So what are the Boolean values in that? Either it could be true or it could be false. These are the only two values supported by what? Boolean literal. Is married is equals to 2. Type is married. Okay. Type is married. Is married is what? My identifier, where I am saving what? My value. That is what? True. So true is what? Which type of value it is? Boolean value. So it will show that the stored value is what? Which type of value it has been stored? Boolean value it has been shown. So type is a function which is being used to show that which type of entry we are doing. It is integer type, or we are doing the Boolean value we are inserting, or string type we are inserting. This type of values are being done. Next, specific literals. None. None is what? Python has one specific literal which is none. It indicates absence of value. In other language it is known as null. In Python we are saying it was none. In other language that none is being used as what? Null. It is also used to indicate the end of the list in Python. So salary equal to none. Salary equal to none means nothing is being stored in what? In my identifier named salary. If I type that which type of value is being stored in salary, then I'll get none type. Means there is no type of values is being stored in word in my salary column. Next, complex number. What do you mean by complex number? Complex number in Python is made up of two floating point values, one each for real and imaginary part. For accessing different parts of variable object x, we will use x dot real and x dot image. Imaginary part of the number is represented by I instead of, means small I instead of capital I. So L I plus 0 1 plus 0 I denotes 0 imaginary part. Like see, x is equals to 1 plus 0 I. Print x dot real comma print x dot image. So 1.0 comma 0.0 means 1.0 means 1. Okay, 1 plus imaginary. So print x dot real. Real value will be 1 because anything to imaginary will be real only. Okay, next imaginary 0.0 will be displayed. Okay, next example, y is equals to 9 minus 5j. So 9 minus 5j, anything will be, means imaginary part will be doing the minus, then nothing will be done. No, so real part will be what? 9.0 and the imaginary part will be what? Minus 5.0. Okay. Now conversion from one type to another. Python allows converting value of one data type to another data type. If it is done by the programmer, then it will be known as what? Type conversion or typecasting. And if it is done by compiler automatically, then it will be known as implicit type conversion. Okay, if it is being done by the programmer, then it is known as typecasting or the done by the compiler, okay, automatically. And if it is done means compiler done automatically, then it will be known as what? Implicit type. So see, x is equal to 100 type x. So what happens? It is of integer type. Now why means this is what? Implicit type. When I am writing the type, it automatically it indicates that which type of entries has been done. Okay, so automatically it indicates that it is the integer type or it is the float type or it is the float type. Okay, so automatically converted to, if x is equals to y, then type is a type x. Means if x is equal to y, I am indicating what? The x and y value is what? Equal. Then if I type x, then what happens? X is automatically converted to float. So this type of data is known as what? Implicit type conversion. Okay, where the automatically conversion is being done and we get the required result. Okay, next is your explicit type conversion, where we have to give some command. Okay, so to perform explicit type conversion, provide functions like int, float, str, boolean. Okay, so see, a is equals to 50.25. You know 50.25 is what? It is a type of float. So if you want that it should be converted in what? In integer form, then you have to write b is equals to int of a. Means int of a means what? A will be returned what? Only the integer part. Okay, so print b, what happens? It will return only the integer part. Point value will not be returned. 50.25, since it will not be rounded off, so it will represent only the value. Okay, so 50 will be represented here. 50.25 is converted in integer value, that is 50. Here a is equals to 25. After 25 it has been not written. In y, float a means my value should be returned in float type, means in a fractional form. So 25 point is not written, so we have to write in point. So if there is no point, then what will be the default value? 0.0 will be written. So what will be the printed output? What will the output? 25.0. Now simple input and output. In Python we can take input from user using the built-in function input. Okay, syntax: variable equal to input, message to display. Like see, marks equals to input, enter your marks. To enter your marks will be the line will be displayed in there. Like see, enter your marks, that is 100. I will type what? 100. So when I will type 100, then what happens, I will write here like one more command I am writing, type marks. So it will give me the input as what, string, that my data is being entered in which form, 100. Here you can see even we are entering the value 100, but it will be treated as string and will not allow any arithmetic operation because we are entering what, string value. Okay, now see here what happens, salary equals to input, enter your salary. So enter your salary will be displayed and I am entering 5000. Since you can see that this part is what, string part, so 5000 also will be treated as what, string part. Now in the second command I am writing bonus equal to salary into 20 by 100. Since my formula is correct, but it is the string type, so in this string type asterisk and your backslash is not operated, so the error will be displayed that unsupported operand type for string and integer, means both the string and integer are being elaborated in at the time. So this type of operands are not allowed here because 5000 will be treated as what, your string type, since in salary you are entering the string part, that's why. Okay, now reading or input of numbers. Now we are aware that input function's value will always be of string type, but what to do if we want number to be entered? The solution to this problem is to convert values to input to numeric type using int or float function. Okay, you have to give some command like it should be converted in integer form or float form by giving the functions. Okay, next is your possible changes of error while taking input as number. Entering float values while converting to int. Like see here int is equals to input enter marks. Okay, means my value should be entered in what, your integer form. So enter marks 100.5. Now one more error you will find that here you have given the command as int, but you are entering the value as what, float type. So there the error will come. You have to write here as what, 100 only. Now entering the values in words rather than numeric form. Age is equal to int input, what is your age? So what is your age? You are writing 18, but what command you have given, int type. So here you have to write what, 18 rather than writing the uh, character. Okay, so there also you will find the invalid literal. Next, while input for float value must be compatible, no, like 12.5 is there, what is 12.5.6? It is not the proper format, so you have to give the value according to that, means whatever the function you are giving, you have to give the input accordingly. Okay, you could not give any other input, like you are inserting the float function for getting the input and you are and you are making their writing as what your string type or integer, then you will get automatically what error you will get. Okay, next is your program. You can see like I'm writing here one program for adding this, like num1 int means integer type I want to enter, so input enter number 1, then num2. Num2 is my identifier where I want that in number 2 should be entered. In number 3 I'm giving the command like number 1 and number 2 should be added, and then print result comma number 3. You should remember the format how I'm writing over here. Okay, next the after saving you have to run your program. Okay, so let us write few programs. Okay, thank you.